First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Za'Darius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Arizona.
Now a man in his 2nd season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Murray going to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
A 54-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 31, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. The Vikings at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Play fake, Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On second down, this is Madison. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 27. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 3, Vikings 0.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open.
Touchdown! Alexander Madison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taken in at the 3. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. That's It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is stopped just short of third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Here we go with Williams. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Cousins. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear, so it's caught inside the 25. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Za'Darius Smith, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Prater's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 29, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Parkey adds the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Play action now. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Parkey with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Steps away. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Murray. Dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Murray now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get it inside the 35.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he's got room. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. For him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Before a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Parkey adds the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are Fidon is on the sidelines. I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Only a yard that time, second and goal. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Parkey with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a pass hauled in downfield. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. Madison. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
195 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And some room to run now. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that. I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Prater for the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the